I know, I didn't announce this. I just I hadn't done a live in a little while now, and I just wanted to come on and do a live stream for you, unannounced because I just didn't schedule it. However, I've got something I want to share with you today that is, I think, in my mind, super important. And I just recorded a podcast episode about it, and it's going to be coming out in a few days or so. But I wanted to share this with you first because I broke all the rules. I broke all the rules, guys. I just for the past for the past 3 months, I decided I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to eat a ton of meat and ditch my so-called healthy diet and just eat a ton of meat, a ton of fat, a ton of butter, a ton of animal products because I wanted to see what would happen. And let's see who's here. Anybody here? Say hello if you're here. I just want to say hi to you. You don't have to. I just want to. I know totally unannounced. I know. And so if you say hi, I might give you a little shout out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But so a little over 3 months ago, and remember, everything's connected. So you can't, in my mind, you can't have good mental health and bad physical health. They just don't go hand in hand. It's almost impossible to have both. If your mental health is going to be off, chances are your physical health is going to be off also, and vice versa. So even though this, show and my channel is called Microdose U, we talk about anything here that is going to get you there, to get you to feel better every single day. Info Warrior, what's going on? I miss you. And Steven, how are you doing? I'm so glad you guys are here because totally unannounced, but I've got something super important. I'm not going to keep it real long today because I just did it. I just recorded a whole episode on this, and but I'm so excited to share this with you. Okay, so about 3 months ago, I'm all in, very, very heavy on meat, animal products, fat, butter, eggs. I eat 3 to 6 eggs every single day. Sounds crazy. This goes against everything. It goes against everything we always learned about health. Steven, I'm doing great. Eat liver, beef, butter. Yeah, there we go. Mental health and physical health is top notch. Never been better. So I wanted to try this. And my wife was probably scared to death because like every night for dinner, I'm like cooking a steak and having like a little sweet potato with a lot of butter all over it, drenched in butter, and all these eggs every day and cheese and everything that kind of goes against our better judgment that people used to say, is not healthy. Let's see, Eric, everything in moderation. I eat more fish than red meat. I love eggs. Eggs are the perfect food. There's, in my mind, zero question about that. But, what I've learned is that physical health and then subsequently mental health, because I don't have to say it, let fill in the blank, let's say it together, everything's connected. Um, so let's back up for a second because I've learned that if you've got problems with your blood sugar, problems with your insulin, that is going to be one of the biggest precursors for inflammation and heart disease and more than almost anything else, because it's the soft plaque in our arteries that will eventually become the killers. And if you're inflamed, and if your blood sugar is off, your insulin is not working right, then you're going to almost definitely get heart disease. I saw this old friend of mine on Facebook the other day said he had a heart attack, and luckily he's doing fine now. But he's thin, he runs, and I said I don't know. He's not like a close friend, but I know him well enough. And I said, let me just ask you a question. Let me take a stab at this. Do you ever have problems with your blood sugar? Because in my mind, that is super important, and it leads to heart disease. Is heart disease if it's not taken care of. And he said, yes. As a matter of fact, I'm diabetic. I said, bingo. We need to address these things. So anyway, back to what I've been doing. A lot of meat, a lot of butter, a lot of cheese, a lot of fat, a lot of eggs. Again, 10 years ago, like a cardiologist saw what I'm eating now, he'd say, "Well, you're gonna die in a week. Like you can't eat this stuff. It's crazy." So yeah, exactly. So Eric, the human people think like the lower the cholesterol, the better. That's not necessarily true. Now, I'm not an advocate of high cholesterol, but too low is a problem also. And I'm pretty sure, doesn't it? It lubricates joints and things like that. We need fat. We need cholesterol. It's not evil. Now, there's certain cholesterols that are good and bad. Like, like the LDL supposedly is not as healthy as HDL, etc. But here's what I'm going to share with you. And I just, like I said, you don't see this on Friday, as I just recorded an episode on this. But I've been feeling better. I've had more energy. My joints feel better. My skin is like stellar. It's like my skin is perfect. It's never been perfect. So, Stephen, I'm happy for you. It's great for you. It helps increase testosterone production. Is that why I've been so damn horny lately? Is that the problem? I've been so horny. It's because of the animal products. That was just a joke I threw in there. But okay, overproduction of preserved meat, like processed meat. I agree. No good. I don't eat processed meat, or very little, very little. But I totally agree with you, Eric. Processed meats are killers. They're not good. They're not good. Nobody. I don't think anybody ever say they're healthy. I've been feeling better. Been feeling more energetic. I don't need to take a nap during the day. My joints feel better now. I can't say they're 100%. I do have arthritis, so they're not 100%, but they're better. I feel they're better. What else? My skin. Okay, but here's the true test. Here's the true test. Yesterday, a week or so ago, I had my blood drawn because I like to get a really good thorough physical every year, at least once a year. I had my blood drawn, so I'm going into my doctor's office yesterday, and I'm thinking, I'm scared to death because I'm thinking, oh my God, 3 months plus of this heavy meat fat diet. My blood test is going to be horrible. She's going to yell at me. She's going to be upset. She's going to tell me that I'm going to die soon. I honestly did not know what to expect. However, I felt I had to try this. I wanted to be like I've been in so many other parts of my life. I've been my own guinea pig. I wanted to try this. Here are my results. I'm not going to get real geeky. I'm not going to go over every little thing, but it's like a 12-page report here. I mean, when I do it, I like to do it. I like to get a good physical, not a bullshit physical. So it's very, very thorough, including EKG and everything, cognitive testing, EKG, body fat, all kind of stuff. But I'll show you the first page, because this is where a lot of people like to focus in, because, oh, you've been eating so much meat, you must have high cholesterol, you must have high triglycerides, you must have this. Let me just show you this. I don't know if this comes through mirror image or not. I hope it works, but well, let's see. There we go. Is that reversed or is that okay? Anyway, here's what I'm going to show you. Total cholesterol 120. Everything is in the green range. Everything is like perfect. There's something. Is it? Oh, so it's not. You can see it. It's not mirror image. Is it okay? Okay. Now let me show you. Let me share something with you. If you learn anything from this, there's a very important ratio. It's called the triglyceride over HDL. So it's a ratio, triglyceride divided by HDL. And they say that that's a really good indicator of future coronary artery disease. I mean, nothing can predict 100%, but they say it's a really, really accurate predictor. They say if that ratio is over 3, then you're at much higher risk for coronary artery disease if it's over 3. If it's under 3 but above 2, it's okay. Fair, not great. Under 2.0, it starts to get like you're doing pretty well, and there's much less of a chance you're going to have coronary artery disease. Under 1.0 is like you're going to live till 375 years old. Don't take that at face value. It's an exaggeration. But under 1.0, they say is absolutely optimal for future coronary artery disease. My triglyceride to HDL is, can you see that? 0.8. 0.8. It's the best I've ever had in my life. Ow. Ow. The best I've ever had in my life. I never thought I'd be able to get below 1, below 1.0. I'm 0.8. And remember, if you want to write it down, remember, it's get yours checked. Triglyceride, total triglyceride divided by HDL, your HDL number HDL cholesterol. I was extremely happy, and my doctor was thrilled when she saw this. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want. I want to be totally transparent. This shows my history, so it'll show past tests as well, and you can see like they've been mostly. Oh, hey, there we go. They've been mostly good, but I've had some. Wait, here we go. I've had some red, some yellow in there. Where I can't get my finger. Yeah, I can't point right. Okay, you can see this. In the past, I've had some red, some yellow, some things that were not so great. And my cholesterol, I think in the past, my cholesterol was too high. I'm sorry, too low. 100, 99. That, I would argue that maybe that's not that healthy. So now we've got 120, and all the other numbers are like just beautiful. I think I've hit on something, guys. I think that there is a lot to be said for this carnivore, fatty diet. Now, it's got to be healthy. You can't have like a corned beef sandwich every day. First of all, no I don't eat any. That's another thing I want to share with you. I'm not eating sandwiches. I'm not. If I go to somewhere or I'm home and I don't cook meat on a bun, no bread. It's a lettuce wrap it's a hamburger on a lettuce wrap, or it's steak, and I'll eat some carbs. I'm not zero carb. I'll eat a nice piece of sweet potato with some butter on it and a salad. And I've been doing this, like I said, for over 3 months. Enough time for my blood for everything to show up in my blood work. And not only that, my percent body fat. I've lost about 10 pounds. I feel great. My percent body fat, I can't find it here, but my doc was showing me this yesterday. It's here somewhere. She said my lean analysis, segmental fat analysis, she said like she couldn't believe how good everything looked compared to the last physical I had. So is this the do all end all? No, you have to live an entirely healthy life. You can't just eat meat and then everything else is horrible. Like no exercise. No, I exercise. I work out. I'm learning that high intensity interval training is perhaps one of the best exercises available. So I joined Orange Theory just a short time ago. I'm trying to do my best. There's only so much time we all have left. And I'm trying to do my best, because what else can we do? Let me catch up on some of these comments here, guys. Genetics is also a factor. Absolutely. However, I heard a great saying yesterday. Wait, what was it? Oh my God. It was like, I can't remember exactly. I'm going to totally botch it. I'm going to give my own version. It's like genetics. Oh God, what is it? Like genetics is the starting point, but everything else you do, like, is the ammunition. I don't remember something, but in other words, okay, you're born with genetics. You can't change that. I know that. However, you can do so many other things in your life to hopefully outweigh the bad genetics that you may have. Now, I'm not saying bad genetics doesn't mean anything. It does. Of course it does. But something like if you've got a really like shitty diet, You can't outrun a shitty diet. You can't out supplement a shitty diet. You can, if you get like, let's say, 3 hours of sleep a night, you can't take enough supplements to overcome that. You can't run enough or exercise enough to overcome horrible, horrible sleep. Again, everything's connected. But if you're trying to do everything right and you add this, how I'm eating now, I think you're going to be, doing really well. Everybody's different. I'm sure there are some vegans that are very healthy. Probably not a lot, but there probably are some. I can say that because I used to be one. I'm down on the vegan diet. I don't think it's a healthy diet. I tried it for 7 years. I don't think it's healthy. But we'll see what happens with this one. Let's see. You're looking much healthier. You look more alive. I was going to say, how bad did I? All kidding aside, Stephen, I agree. When I look in the mirror now, I feel better about myself. So I know. So I'm not taking that the wrong way. Don't worry. I really feel better about myself. I think I've got a long way to go too. I think it's always a work in progress. Never quit, and keep trying to improve and figure things out. But yes, thanks for I do appreciate that, Siri, and I know what you mean. Good evening. Hope it's all good. BC component is all really good. Stephen, vitamin C increasing T levels. Yep. Well, I am a big fan of vitamin D, and I have that. I monitor that, and as a matter of fact, my vitamin D level from my physical yesterday is 48.6, something like that. So I'll share that with you too. I had something. VLDL size is not optimal. We've got to work on that, but it's like just barely below, above optimal, barely. So it's almost green. So let's see, what else do we have? Cut out the sugar. Okay, B Capone 83. Cut out sugar. Sugar is a killer. Sugar will kill you. Don't eat sugar, or minimize it. Absolutely minimize it. There's nothing good about sugar. I will tell you that. We'll leave it at that. Cut out sugar in my coffee. Yeah, black coffee is the best. Black coffee, a good cup of black coffee tastes so good. Why do you want to? This is a live. We can say anything today, right, guys? Any language is okay. Is it all right? Give me permission. Sugar will fuck with you. Sugar will fuck you up. So please, you don't want to mess with sugar, even in coffee. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Eric says sedentary lifestyle is worse than smoking tobacco. Probably, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Would you rather be sedentary and non-smoker, or like a smoking marathon runner? Well, probably neither. I wouldn't want to be either of those, I guess. But yeah, but I get it. Sedentary. We need to move, and that's why I'm really trying to get into a lot more high intensity interval training. Trying to do that. 100% carnivore. XXXXXX. Sweet. The only non-animal food I consume are mushrooms. Love it. Love it. Love it. I love that. I love that. It all circles back to microdosing or dosing magic mushrooms or any kind of mushrooms. What is VLDL? Very low density lipoprotein. There are when you would see in the old days, you went and get your cholesterol checked, and they just looked at cholesterol. And if your cholesterol was like over 200, they said, bad, you're going to die soon. It's not necessarily true, and it's not funny. These days, we know so much more about cholesterol. It's not only total cholesterol, but there are different types of molecules, lipid molecules. There's high density lipoprotein. There's low density lipoprotein. There's very low density lipoprotein. Some are better than others. We need them all, but some are more harmful if they're in higher quantity. And also it comes down to particle size and particle number. So it's much in the old days. Remember, in the old days, it would just be total cholesterol. Oh, total cholesterol. That's it. It would just be that total cholesterol. But now there are. Sorry, I moved my fingers the wrong way because it's like a mirror image. But When you get your next physical, tell your doctor that you don't want just cholesterol. You want an advanced lipid panel. It's called an advanced lipid panel. Lipoprotein fractionation, NMR. You want the advanced lipid panel. You don't want the bullshit lipid panel. Okay. Make sure you tell them that. Say, Dr. Dave says you don't want the bullshit lipid panel. Cuss like a sailor. I mean, if we can't say the word fuck when we need to say the word fuck, what good is it, right? I try to keep things clean. I'm sorry. I mean, I try my best, but sometimes I get so excited about this stuff. I'm going to say, don't put any fucking sugar in your black coffee. Make it black. Black coffee tastes better. Don't fuck it up. Mushrooms are more closely related to yes, yeah, that's yeah. Eric is it's funny, Eric. I was going to say that before I read your response. Yes, mushrooms are like a special living thing. I don't, they're not really plants. They're not really animals. But they're fungi, right? I mean, I guess they're plants, right? But they're like an entity of their own, for sure, for sure. Okay, have I said enough? Have I said enough, guys? You can tell I'm super excited about this stuff. I apologize. It's on me. I apologize. I haven't done a live stream in probably about 2 weeks. I was traveling. I was sick. I was this. I was that. I was there. Get out. No, this microphone is not even turned. This is just today. This is the prop because I only use this for my actual podcast. But today I'm just speaking into my computer, so I don't even need that right now. Okay, are we all good, guys? I really appreciate you being here. Is it snowing where I am? No, not now. However, we have a lot of snow in the mountains now. I'm in Salt Lake City. We got a lot of snow over the past week or so. My wife is up skiing today. I didn't want to go because I have too many other things to do, including speak with you. And I am getting over some injuries. So I need to relax my body a little bit. So I need to take it a little bit easy. I don't want to bore you with all my crazy injuries, but I've got a few. So, but I'm still smiling, so it's all good. Is great news. I'm glad you could get on to give us the great news. I'm glad you're healthy. Stephen, thank you so much. I try every single day. It goes in cycles. Some days are better than others, but I think I'm doing really well, and I'm loving life, and I'm glad that I've got you guys here with me because I feel your energy. I feel your positivity. Love coming on, chatting with you. I'll try my best to schedule these as much as I can. But again, I just felt like popping on here and sharing some stuff with you in advance of Friday's episode. Yeah, BC Capone, and thanks so much for being here from the UK. Probably what time is it there now? I'm just guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing it's close to midnight. I'm guessing. I don't know. Something like that, probably. What time is it in the UK? 22:30. Okay, so it's reasonably close. That's okay, reasonably close. Not bad. I'll say good night. And well, here I'm not going to bed yet. I haven't had dinner yet. It's only 3:30 p.m. where I am. But from Tennessee, Tennessee, there ain't no place I'd rather be, baby. You know what song that is, right? You know what song that is by Tennessee Jed by the Grateful Dead, right? Isn't that right? I think. Gotta love Tennessee. I'm gonna be talking to you all. Okay, so later mid-year, sometime May, June, I'm going to be embarking on what I call a hippie road trip in my car, driving across the United States. And I'll tell you something. If I'm driving through your town, if we could get together for a little cup of coffee or just a handshake and a hug or something like that, how cool would that be? When it gets a little closer to that, I'll let you all know where I'm going to be. But I'm definitely going to be on the East Coast a little bit, anywhere from Florida up to New York, probably, and then heading back in my car all across the U.S. until I get to Utah. I'm not going to make it to the West Coast. I'm not going to make it to California. It's just too much. But I'll be around so we can have some fun, possibly. Thanks so much, everybody. Okay, I'm going to leave y'all, as I say on the end of every podcast episode. I love you because I say it because I feel your energy. That's why I say it. It's I say it. I feel it when you're with me here, especially on the live stream when we can talk back and forth. I feel your energy. Okay, see y'all later. My regulars here and new people and people that are going to be watching this after the fact. I pardon my language. Pardon my people are going to be watching it afterwards. Love you all, each and every one of you. I swear. Talk to you real soon.